keep it short and sweet, this week's curated collection is so much fun. I actually picked out 3 Cartiers from my personal collection to show you guys what I am truly obsessed with, which is the vintage and neo-vintage era of Cartier with some of the coolest watches. I think taking a dressier piece and using it as a daily watch or something more casual is the coolest thing you can do as a watch enthusiast or collector. So I'm going to showcase 3 neo-vintage Cartiers from my personal collection, and then maybe even later on this week I will take you guys into a deep dive into the Cartier market, and we can take a look at some affordable neo-vintage Cartiers that I think are going to only go up in value. But with that, let's take a closer look at 3 Cartiers from my personal collection. So let's start with the Cartier Santos. This is my personal all steel. This Cartier Santos is the Carree, reference 2961, and it is an all steel with a 29mm case, the cabochon on the crown, and a gorgeous and iconic polar white Roman Cartier dial. This specific example is 29mm, so a lot of people don't think that it is a good watch for their wrist, but I am loving every bit of it. If you one day dream of owning a Audemars Piguet Royal Oak because of the dress sport design and the iconic design by Gerald Genta, then this Cartier Santos Carree has you covered for now. The Cartier Santos Carree has a gorgeous brushed flat link bracelet, rugged edges, and a polished bezel, similar to the Royal Oak, and for a fraction of the cost. So that is why I am so in love with the Cartier Santos. It's a sporty watch that is still dressy. What more could you ask for? This Cartier Santos Carree I think is super undervalued, and yes, it has an ETA movement and nothing in-house or more special, but compared to, let's say, a Rolex Datejust from the same era, I honestly get more wear out of a watch like this than I would a Datejust. But that's all personal preference. I love Cartier, so you can understand why I love the Cartier Santos so much. Then we take a look at what has truly become my daily watch, the Cartier Tank Basculante. This reference, the 2451, is going to be the quartz mid-size example, and I did that on purpose. The crown is at 12 o'clock hidden inside the mechanism, which is great, but it might get a little annoying if you go for the mechanical one because you have to wind it and set the time every day. Knowing I wanted to daily this watch, I shot for the quartz and I landed because I am loving every bit of this. The cabochon is now at 12 o'clock. It has the classic white Roman dial with a guilloche design, and the case is a bit longer than a Cartier Tank Louis to fit that mechanism. This watch was invented by Cartier in collaboration with JLC. I have to reiterate that so you guys understand that this was not a copy, but a collaboration, a partnership between JLC and Cartier. How the mechanism works is perfect. You lift it up at 12, give it a quick flip, and now the movement is housed inside, tucked away, and safe, just like the JLC Reverso itself. This watch is amazing, and again, Cartier in the neo-vintage era with some of these models are still stupid affordable. This watch for under 3K, I think is perfect, and for me and what I wear and what I do on a daily basis, this makes a great daily watch. It has its original leather strap and buckle that I am loving. The black strap is perfect for a daily watch, but sometimes I might switch it out for something with a bit more color, especially coming into the warmer days. Again, the Cartier Tank Basculante is not often seen in the wild, but with that it is still affordable, so you are kind of getting the best of both worlds. So if you have ever debated a watch like this, take a closer look and pull the trigger before it's too late. Now let's end things off with one of my personal favorites in both my collection and the world of watches, the Cartier Tank Louis. This specific example is the manual wound 18 karat yellow gold, but what makes this so much more special is what you see under the 6 o'clock. This Cartier Tank Louis is the Paris dial, seen on the case back and the dial itself. Nowhere on this watch do you see the word Swiss, just Paris. The manual wound movement inside makes the case nice and slim, the cabochon on the crown, and again, the iconic white Roman Cartier dial. This specific example has been thrown on a dark green strap, which I think looks great with both my company and the solid gold case. With its original buckle and the manual movement, this watch is a classic. I have the Cartier Tank Basculante for that daily and the ease of the quartz movement, and this is a bit more special. Now, to be honest, I still wear this just as casual as I would a steel watch with a simple pair of jeans and a t-shirt because I think that just looks so so cool. Honestly, if you have the confidence to pull off a dress watch with such a casual outfit, I think that is the coolest thing happening in the watch world. And if you take a look at today's trends, we see a lot of famous celebrities and influencers moving to precious metal and dress watches as their daily watch. If it's at an NBA game or just seen walking around LA, they are wearing watches like this, from Cartier crashes to Piaget polos in solid gold. And I'm loving every bit of this trend. And I'm so happy I got onto this trend before it was really as popular as it is getting this year. This Cartier tank is gorgeous. The Basculante is just as beautiful. And the Cartier Santos Carree is an amazing dress sports watch, just like the AP, Royal Oak, and the Nautilus by Patek. I am loving Cartier, and I have always loved Cartier, and even more now than ever, seeing everybody getting into this gorgeous trend and brand. So if you haven't yet, take a deep dive into the Cartier market, and I'll for sure do a video soon to show you guys all that Cartier has to offer in the pre-owned market, and I hope you catch the Cartier bug. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. I had so much fun showing you guys my personal watches, and I hope to do it again soon.